Welcome back to Cheesehead TV. Join us as we go all across Wisconsin, visiting some Packers legends and touring their awesome Packers shrines, hosted by yours truly, Wyatt G. Make sure y'all stick along for this journey, and remember, go Pack Go. Welcome back to Cheesehead TV. I'm your host, Wyatt G. Now, this is not a normal, Lambeau Field parking lot or, a regular house. Where are we?
We are at Wausauke High School, Wausauke, Wisconsin.
And I'm with the one, the legendary, everyone you all know her as Mamma Sue. Mamma Sue, thank you so much for having us in your fine establishment. Now, what do you do here? Because we're at a school, you said, correct? What is your position here?
I am one of the social studies teachers. I teach History 9, History 10, Government, Diversity, Sociology. I'm a varsity softball coach.
Why do you do it? Why are you so passionate about this?
I enjoy working with the young kids. It's a lot of fun. This is my 32nd year here at Wausauke, 35 years altogether teaching, and it's my life's passion. I love it and trying to make an impact on young people's lives.
What keeps you going each and every week to do what you do, to show up, be persistent, and just show these people a valuable time, either in Lambeau Field parking lot or even as a classroom?
We get to come to school today. We get to go to Lambeau and watch a Packer game. That is something that is so special that we get the opportunity to do that. We don't have to. If you're under 18, you have to go to school, I guess. But we get to come to school. We get to learn. We get to have a great education here. And there's kids around the world your age that don't get an opportunity to do that. What a special place to be able to get to go to a game at Lambeau, because the waiting list is miles long. And what a special thing. I've only missed 2 games in like 47 years, something like that. And what a special honor that is to be able to do that and bring joy to people.
So you're passionate about being a teacher, teaching valuable life lessons. You're passionate about softball, and you're passionate about sports.
I love sports.
But that leads you into your real passion for the Green Bay Packers. Where did that evolve from?
I don't know exactly.
How?
Because, so I got season tickets there was an ad in the Green Bay Press-Gazette. I'll never forget it. It was like this big hot air balloon, and then the basket was this form to fill out. And the Packers in the early 70s were absolutely horrible. Horrible. And so the Packers wanted to open up this children's section, kids from 18 and younger. And I asked my mom, I still remember this vividly, Mom, can we fill this out and maybe we'll win some, an opportunity to buy. We still had to buy the tickets. My mom said, I'm sure she never thought in a million years we'd win. Well, we did. So then through middle school, all through high school, all through college, my parents paid for those season tickets. And then, so that was when I graduated from college. My present from my dad was the invoice for the Packers, and said, here, the invoice there in your name now, you can do with it what you want. It's been great. I met Jerry, and he was more of a Badger fan. Well, he's a Packer fan, but he was a big Badger fan. And so I asked him to go to a game one day, and he said, well, yeah, what time you want to go? It was a noon game. And he said, well, what time are you going to pick me up? I said, well, probably like around 5:30, 5:45. What? He says. And I'm like, well, yeah, we got a tailgate. We've always been in Lot 1, but last year, because of the renovation, they moved us over to Lot 9. So now we're back in Lot 1.
How long have you been in Lot 1 for then?
I would say it's got to be at least 30 years, probably 25.
That's a lot of 8 a.m. drinking. That is for sure. What keeps you going though? Because you cook a lot of food. If you go to the tailgate, she makes a smorgasbord of shrimp, bear meat, depends on the week. But
bear meat.
Why? You give it all to these people, you accept tips, but you don't charge. Why?
It's just bringing joy to people. We bring joy to people. Everyone comes to Lambeau for an experience, and just kind of on a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, and just go to a football game, enjoy other people's company, and just have fun for the day. Meet people like that, and meet people like you, and just, every day, Cheesehead TV's here. There you go.
Spread the message of love, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to give you some hardball questions since you're a softball person. What's your favorite Packer game you've ever been to?
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. Here we go. Rapid fire hard questions,
guys. It's got to be, It has to be the Carolina game, the NFC Championship game when we went to go to the Super Bowl. It had to be.
But he's got a Carolina jersey back
Evo.
there.
Yeah, it had to been. That would have to be the game because all those years sitting through the games in the 70s and the 80s when the Packers were just terrible, and I would never thought that I would see my team go to the Super Bowl. And when we played Carolina, it was a cold day. The sky was beautiful, and we won that game. And I was just sobbing. I was so thrilled.
Favorite tailgate?
Well, ours.
Well, yeah, of course yours, right? Of course yours, but like, which game? Like, what do you think was the best tailgate you've ever had? Like, what game specifically?
Well, that could be this year because I was invited to a Packer gala before the season started, and a great friend of mine who tailgates with us, Earl Cummings, invited me to go to this gala. There's this big dress-up affair, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get all dressed up. And a Packer player sits at a table with you, our former Packer player, and so we go to sit down, and it's Sean Jones from the 96 Super Bowl team. I'm like, oh my God, that's Sean Jones. And he was the nicest man, him and his wife, Tracy. So I said to him, hey, we have this really big tailgate party. I said, why don't you, if you have time tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, come to our tailgate party. He did. He came to our tailgate party. I mean, he is a big man. Sean Jones was at our tailgate party just hanging out. It was awesome.
That's the best part about Lot 1 is the community aspect involved. Like, it doesn't matter where you're from in the country, if you're, a Panthers fan like Buddy over there in the back. But, like, if you can show up, everyone gets along, and it's all about having a good time, treating people as like they were your own. I want you to talk about that sign behind you. Tell us a little bit about that.
So in 2020, the Packers, we didn't go to any games because of COVID. There was one game I did get to go to, and they had a bunch of these plastic signs. I grabbed a bunch of them, and so I said, when people like me, I like to collect Packer memorabilia and we've got a lot of autographs and so on. I said, you know what? It's going to be awesome. I'm going to bring one of these to our tailgate party. And whoever is at our tailgate party has to sign the sign. So I have a marker out there. I make sure, sign the sign. You could have been to our tailgate party, sign the sign. And so I've got several of those at home. I put the year on it, and everybody that stops by signs the sign. So it's kind of a big deal. Actually, people look forward to signing. They'll bring a friend, say, hey, you got to sign the sign.
You even got your Cheesehead TV boys crew up on there,
I do.
right?
Yeah, we do. Right here. There's L's. There's
of course,
Wyatt's
Al had to
right
take
there.
the whole room. Thanks, bud.
Oh, yeah.
Mamma Sue slapped me in the chest this year.
Yeah.
First time I met her, she hit me.
I did, yeah.
Crazy.
That's when I was so excited that Sean Jones was at our tailgate party, and I said, you just missed Sean Jones. Sean Jones was here. He just looks at me dead serious. Who's Sean Jones? I'm like, what? And I pushed him like that.
Now she smacked me. Don't try to say it. She's trying to downplay it.
I'm like,
no, not letting little people.
Hey, you just missed Sean Jones was here.
Who the hell is Sean Jones?
You don't know who Sean Jones is? Super Bowl 31. You don't know who Sean Jones is? And so then we were just talking. I said, oh, you're just a young pup. You gotta know, man.
No, exactly.
So,
This is why I go to you for your valuable lessons. Now, speaking of valuable lessons, is there one final message you have out there to the people watching at Cheesehead TV and across the world?
I just want to talk about how important my family is, that they help me and put up with my craziness of having these big tailgate parties. If it wasn't for my brother makes the magic happen. He brings the mouse, he sets up the flagpole, we get the big tent set up, and he's just awesome that way. My sister and brother-in-law, and of course Jerry, who really puts up with my stuff and helps pack the truck. Earl Cummings, who really has added the magic to our tailgate parties and just has made it extra special.
Great cook.
Yeah, he's a great cook. Him and Theo bring all kinds of different, wild game, whether it's bear or pheasant or whatever we're having that day. It's just magical. But one really, really neat story is Christopher that I met this summer. And I went to Packer practice just by myself. I was down in Green Bay for a couple days, taking my mom to some medical appointments. I go in, I'm watching practice. I sit up on the top row, kind of in the shade of a light pole because it's pretty hot out. And this guy sitting next to me, and we're just like, oh, hi, how you doing? Well, then we just get this whole conversation started all around the Packers. And we have become great friends. He and his family come to our tailgate party almost every game, and just as valuable friendships that we have, and it's amazing. It's just magic. And so I think the message that I would say to people is just enjoy people, bring joy to people, make people happy. I mean, not everybody has a great day all the time, but just do things to bring joy. Just bring joy to people and just keep the energy vampires away.
Another amazing, valuable life lesson from the one and only Mamma Sue. Mamma Sue, thank you so much for inviting me into your high school.
Thank you.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Wyatt G signing off here in Wanaki High School?
Wasaki.
Wasaki High School. See you guys in the next video.